So I think all the elements are coming together for a secondary surge in Trump names. You saw, probably seen my thesis on Tesla from the day after the election, calling for all-time new highs, proximal to inauguration. When I say proximal, 2 to 3 weeks before to 2 to 3 weeks after. In that time frame, calling for an all-time new high. Tesla, oh, I love Tesla. Tesla 360 plus, let's go, baby. You saw my thesis, and I have not backed down. I'm like, I don't care what the delivery numbers are. I don't care what Goldman Sachs says. All right, to me, the people focus on the sentiment of Tesla are correct. They're the ones that are going to get this right. They're the ones that are going to be here at 360 and watch this thing get an all-time highs, because Tesla will benefit over the next few years from the Trump relationship and the FSD and the robo-taxi. That's investing. Goldman Sachs is wrong. We're right. Tesla done all-time new highs. All right. So Tesla going to be in the top 5 here today. Tesla, let's go ahead and break 362 this week. All right. 385, by the way, the next target on Tesla. 385. Tesla. Unbelievable. Look at this. We've been calling this every step of the way since the election, all over this. We called this breakout early yesterday morning. Actually, the night before, we said Tesla's going to be a top pick tomorrow. We're going to break out. How did we do that, man? We have a knack for this stuff. So at Tesla, we said the two levels, 365, then 385. Those are the two levels we gave you. Said we break 365, then we go to 385. Tesla was a top pick yesterday, and wow, we're like, that 385 can happen quickly. It can even happen this week. Well, 378, almost there. And then we're forecasting consistently, we've been forecasting all-time new highs of above 415, proximal to inauguration day. Who knows, at this rate, it may even come before that. When I say proximal to inauguration date, I'm talking about within 2 to 3 weeks, either side of inauguration is when we get the new all-time highs on Tesla. So Tesla going to be a top 5 pick again today with this breakout, 385, your next target. So I think all the elements are coming together for a secondary surge in Trump names. You saw, probably seen my thesis on Tesla from the day after the election, calling for all-time new highs, proximal to inauguration. When I say proximal, 2 to 3 weeks before to 2 to 3 weeks after. In that time frame, calling for an all-time new high. Tesla, oh, I love Tesla. Tesla 360 plus, let's go, baby. You saw my thesis, and I have not backed down. I'm like, I don't care what the delivery numbers are. I don't care what Goldman Sachs says. All right, to me, the people focus on the sentiment of Tesla are correct. They're the ones that are going to get this right. They're the ones that are going to be here at 360 and watch this thing get an all-time highs, because Tesla will benefit over the next few years from the Trump relationship and the FSD and the robo-taxi. That's investing. Goldman Sachs is wrong. We're right. Tesla done all-time new highs. All right. So Tesla going to be in the top 5 here today. Tesla, let's go ahead and break 362 this week. All right. 385, by the way, the next target on Tesla. 385. Tesla. Unbelievable. Look at this. We've been calling this every step of the way since the election, all over this. We called this breakout early yesterday morning. Actually, the night before, we said Tesla's going to be a top pick tomorrow. We're going to break out. How did we do that, man? We have a knack for this stuff. So at Tesla, we said the two levels, 365, then 385. Those are the two levels we gave you. Said we break 365, then we go to 385. Tesla was a top pick yesterday, and wow, we're like, that 385 can happen quickly. It can even happen this week. Well, 378, almost there. And then we're forecasting consistently, we've been forecasting all-time new highs of above 415, proximal to inauguration day. Who knows, at this rate, it may even come before that. When I say proximal to inauguration date, I'm talking about within 2 to 3 weeks, either side of inauguration is when we get the new all-time highs on Tesla. So Tesla going to be a top 5 pick again today with this breakout, 385, your next target. Guys, listen, I'm getting validation on social media. From the likes of Dan Ives, Jim Cramer, who is not a good indicator, but when you have Dan Ives and Jim Cramer agreeing, basically saying everything I was saying in the morning show, we're talking about $926 billion company. Dan Ives is like, this is a $1.5 billion company. Automation is going to be fast-tracked in terms of federal regulations and stuff.
take a look at this. I'm looking at, let's pull back to the weekly chart. If you go to the daily, you're like, oh, it's so scary. You got a gap here. Oh my God. Right. Okay. Well, you can look, first of all, even on the daily, we're so close to that 299. It's going to test it soon. And then right after that, this is the magnet right there at 314.67. So your target's 300 to 314, 300 to 315, let's call it. But if you don't want to be scared of the gap, pull up a weekly chart, okay? When you put up a weekly chart, just look at this and think about how important this catalyst is. This is an inflection catalyst. This means this is a catalyst when 5 years from now, you look back at the stock and you look at the chart, you can identify a point in time, right? How important is it that Trump is elected and Elon Musk is at his side and basically put him in office, right? How important is that to the company? Obviously, it's hugely important. How big should that candle be? How big should that inflection be when you look back in this chart in time from the future, right? And when you look at the weekly chart, hey, we haven't even gotten started. This 15% move is nothing. It's a blip. You haven't even missed it yet. So when can we see this like really peak out? Or I don't want to say peak out, but when is this thing going to capitulate to the upside, at least temporarily? Guess when that's going to be? I think it's pretty clear. January 20th. There's going to be a lot of hype building into that. Most of the run's probably going to happen well before that. November, December. Maybe you see this thing have that capitulation high, towards Inauguration Day, right after Inauguration. Everything's going to be baked in by then. So again, look at these weekly candles. How big should these weekly candles be to represent this monumental thing that's really going to impact fundamentals for Tesla? I mean, look, this 299 to 315, that's like very short term. That could be tomorrow, okay? Tomorrow or Friday or Monday, might very well be tomorrow, 300 to 315. If you want to talk about a game-changing inflection for the company, you got to think this thing has got to be maybe somewhere between 380 and the all-time high by Inauguration Day, all right? Or at least 360 to 415 by Inauguration Day. That's my target. This is the opportunity. That's the analysis.
Trump coming in and really doing, again, kind of what was expected, saying he's not going to do that EV credit, $7,500 EV credit. People who understand the politics of this knew that was going to happen, okay? This is not really a surprise, and I don't think any of the bulls, including Dan Ives, and there's some other commentary out there saying this was kind of expected, and it doesn't change our thinking. It doesn't change my thinking in terms of new all-time highs, because guess what? Full self-drive, FSD, when that happens, the benefit of that is going to way overcome. We're talking about like 95% profit margins. I don't know what they're going to charge, $100 a month, maybe more. I'm not sure. But, getting that approved from a regulatory perspective is going to be a boon for Tesla, not to mention all the other projects in the robo-taxi and things like that. So I think all the elements are coming together for a secondary surge in Trump names. You probably seen my thesis on Tesla from the day after the election, falling for all-time new highs, proximal to inauguration. When I say proximal, 2 to 3 weeks before to 2 to 3 weeks after, in that time frame, calling for an all-time new high. Tesla, oh, I love Tesla. Tesla 360 plus, let's go, baby. You saw my thesis, and I have not backed down. I'm like, I don't care what the delivery numbers are. I don't care what Goldman Sachs said. All right, to me, the people focus on the sentiment of Tesla are correct. They're the ones that are going to get this right. They're the ones that are going to be here at 360 and watch this thing get an all-time highs, because Tesla will benefit over the next few years from the Trump relationship and the FSD and the robo-taxi. That's investing. Goldman Sachs is wrong. We're right. Tesla done all-time new highs. All right. So Tesla going to be in the top 5 here today. Tesla, let's go ahead and break 362 this week. All right. 385, by the way, the next target on Tesla. 385. Tesla. Unbelievable. Look at this. We've been calling this every step of the way since the election, all over this. We called this breakout early yesterday morning. Actually, the night before, we said Tesla's going to be a top pick tomorrow. We're going to break out. How did we do that, man? We have a knack for this stuff. So Tesla, we said the two levels, 365, then 385. Those are the two levels we gave you. Then we break 365, then we go to 385. Tesla was a top pick yesterday, and wow, we're like, that 385 can happen quickly. It can even happen this week. Look, 378, almost there. And then we're forecasting consistently, we've been forecasting all-time new highs of above 415, proximal to inauguration day. Who knows, at this rate, it may even come before that. When I say proximal to inauguration date, kind of talking about within 2 to 3 weeks, either side of inauguration is when we get the new all-time highs on Tesla. So Tesla going to be a top 5 pick again today with this breakout, 385, your next target. Okay, so you have an additional tailwind in RCAT as a defense stock, plus this event after the close. Yesterday, on that anticipation, we hit 562. I think this is a really good bet. I got some in pre-market, some trading shares on top of my core shares, because I'm anticipating a move even beyond this 510 ask here right now. All right.
Hitchcock can take it away.
I'll just leave this up for a few seconds.
I took it all the way at
A
550.
few quick notes on the web while
I'm
we have
buying
this,
as much as I can.
slide up. So
all the way to
again, we
550.
designed this in less than 5 months, and we delivered.
Look at this technical breakout. You see how beautiful this is, right? It's a little bit hard to see.
No, I see it. It's gorgeous right there. Look at that.
Okay, that's your target, 775. Okay, we're at 555, 559 now. ASTS is something we started picking up yesterday. I'm going to make this a top pick. Don't know yet if it's going to be number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll see. But ASTS, when you have this is just a whole bunch of pillars coming together. What's a pillar? In story trading, we have catalyst, sentiment, fundamentals, and technicals, right? We have a lot of things converging on ASTS today specifically, which I think makes us a good pick. This sell-off here was because of the Trump win, because people thinking, all right, that benefits Starlink, and that's not going to be good for the competitor ASTS. Now that we're getting this correction in the Trump names, now the names that were hurt because of the Trump trades can come back, all right? So that's like money flow sentiment kind of reversing with earnings Thursday afternoon. We talked about the fundamentals. I believe it wasn't on the public show, it was in our Discord yesterday. So I'm looking for continuation after this open green candle yesterday. RSI still oversold here on the daily. So let's see. There's I don't know how far we can get today, but I think before the earnings report, there's a chance we get to like 27, maybe even up to 29 before Thursday afternoon. That's in the cards. ASTS, definitely a top pick today with this kind of Trump trade reversal, a little bit of reversion to the mean going to be happening today, it looks like. I ended up swinging in the entire call position I got in multiple accounts. You see we're up here, up 6%. Sometimes you got to know when to swing something on one of our top picks. So I did swing. We got ASTS still, I think even with a gap here of 7%, I'm still looking for a move to 27 to 29 before earnings tomorrow afternoon. So I think all the elements are coming together for a secondary surge in Trump names. You saw, probably seen my thesis on Tesla from the day after the election, calling for all-time new highs, proximal to inauguration. When I say proximal, 2 to 3 weeks before to 2 to 3 weeks after, in that time frame, calling for an all-time new high. Tesla, oh, I love Tesla. Tesla 360 plus. Let's go, baby. You saw my thesis, and I have not backed down. I'm like, I don't care what the delivery numbers are. I don't care what Goldman Sachs says. All right, to me, the people focused on the sentiment of Tesla are correct. They're the ones that are going to get this right. They're the ones that are going to be here at 360 and watch this thing get an all-time highs, because Tesla will benefit over the next few years from the Trump relationship and the FSD and the robo-taxi. That's investing. Goldman Sachs is wrong. We're right. Tesla done all-time new highs. All right. So Tesla going to be in the top 5 here today. Tesla, let's go ahead and break 362 this week. All right. 385, by the way, the next target on Tesla. 385. Tesla. Unbelievable. Look at this. We've been calling this every step of the way since the election, all over this. We called this breakout early yesterday morning. Actually, the night before, we said Tesla's going to be a top pick tomorrow. We're going to break out. How did we do that, man? We have a knack for this stuff. So Tesla, we said the two levels, 365, then 385. Those are the two levels we gave you. Said we break 365, then we go to 385. Tesla was a top pick yesterday, and wow, we're like, that 385 can happen quickly. It can even happen this week. Well, 378, almost there. And then we're forecasting consistently. We've been forecasting all-time new highs of above 415, proximal to inauguration day. Who knows, at this rate, it may even come before that. When I say proximal to inauguration date, kind of talking about within 2 to 3 weeks, either side of inauguration is when we get the new all-time highs on Tesla. So Tesla going to be a top 5 pick again today with this breakout, 385, your next target. Let me start with Tesla. Tesla, this is one where we're not closing out, all right, the trade card. First of all, our target was 270 to 300. Hasn't reached that yet. Second of all, I mean, are you kidding me? Elon Musk is somehow going to be paid back for what is done for Trump, all right? That's obvious. Everybody knows that. And beyond that, we called the bottom in Tesla. Like, the trade card, we nailed that one, and we're like, this is the long-term inflection point for Tesla. It's the last of the, big mega caps that now has to catch up. And I'm looking for all-time highs in Tesla. I think this is where you hold Tesla, just like we've been holding Bitcoin since a few months ago for new all-time highs. I think Tesla, the new all-time highs are going to come. I'm not saying the next couple months, but in the next 2 to 3 years, at least. This is heading over $414 in my view. So that's Tesla. This is one where I like it, meaning I think the gains will hold, and you can look for opportunities to buy the dip. I think the dips are going to be bought in Tesla. As far as levels, I don't know. Let's see. You got this pre-market at 278, double bottom. You see that? Maybe that's a spot if you want to try to day trade 278. But I have a fairly good size position in my long-term account that I'm just going to hold. Okay, so that's what I'm doing with Tesla. Am I going to pick up some day trade, something or other? By the way, Tesla calls, I mentioned it in the Discord like 5 times yesterday because I thought it was a great way to play on a Trump victory. Let me just say, Tesla is not over. Not over at all. I updated the price target in our 4-pillar channel. In our Discord, gave you guys a new price target. We had 270 to 299. We upgraded that price target to 300 to 315. Where is it? There's a 300. I gotta go to weekly candles. 300 to 315. Okay, 300 right there to 315 right there. That's the more near-term targets. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if it comes by Monday. Who knows? Might even come today or tomorrow. 300 to 315.
Let's get ready to rumble!
All right, guys. It is Monday, December 9th. We got a long morning here, so settle in, get comfortable. Good morning, Brett.
Morning, Ben.
It's going to be a long morning. We got lots of stuff going on. We're doing right now our pre-market analysis, giving you some market analysis plus top picks. We'll roll that into some live trading with you today, which we usually do just for Discord, but we got a special interview at 10 a.m. We're going to hang with you tight, public on these links here, wherever you're watching from X, YouTube, wherever it is. Spread the word. We got a new company, FLD, we'll be talking about. This is a crypto SPAC that's happening with the Fold app. Very intrigued about this. So we'll be interviewing Betsy Cohen, who is a SPAC sponsor, and Will Reeves, the CEO of Fold. That's going to be at 10 a.m. That's part of a Reddit AMA. AMA means Ask Me Anything. So we'll be on till then, so I don't have to talk as fast as I usually do right on. So there's so much to cover. I feel like I'm in an auction every morning going through everything so quick. So today we can take our time. We got some good stuff. First of all, on the macro, I want to say RK hit our target. All right. There it is. Target was a 200-week moving average of 62.70. We're gapping up above it at 63.40. Look, I'm being a little bit cautious here. As you know, macro-wise, I'm still bullish through this whole month. I am through, but you don't necessarily go up in a straight line, right? So I'm looking at continued risk on trades. RK, a great proxy for risk. IWM, another one, but RK, better proxy for risk. So I think we're risk on. Maybe we get a little bit of a sell-off in January 2nd, 3rd because of tax deferral selling. And then maybe off to the races again up until inauguration. And after that, I predict a meaningful, longer pullback right after inauguration. Rhett, how's my audio? Is it coming through good?
It's perfect, Ben.
I was with my Bluetooth headset, so I switched to this little crappy thing that's put together with duct tape. I got to get a new one. But in any case, so you know what? When looking at this macro situation, I'm looking at the indices. You know, it doesn't change anything. Right now, we're in a stable enough environment to keep playing individual stocks. I will note we're seeing a big bump in gold and silver this morning and oil. I wonder if that's related to the what's happening in Syria. I think it could be. Let's pull up our word list real quickly over here, see what's going on. Lockheed Martin is down. This is something I had on watch. I put on watch yesterday because of what's going on in Syria, but really no action in the war stocks. I don't know if the gold, silver, oil is related to that, the Middle East situation or something else, but we're not going to play that. All right, we got other great things to play. ERs, there's nothing going on today. All right, after the close, we have Rent the Runway, which is interesting, I think. GNSS, EXT, AI, MongoDB, Oracle. We'll keep our eyes on these. Usually we don't make earnings bets. All right. We wait for the earnings reports to come in and then we'll react quickly to it. Also, yes, getting a note here. China, no China. Looking, I'm not a China expert at all. Let's just go to our China list here. So 90 ships around Taiwan, someone telling me. All right. So let's head on over to our China. So a lot of geopolitical tensions. Maybe that's why the gold and oil and silver are up. But interesting, the defense names are not up. So China, look at this yen over here. It's like 3 times. Some sort of ETF is 3 times up 20% this morning. Maybe, look, if I had nothing else going on, if I had no individual catalysts and strong ideas for this morning, I might be tempted to play yen just because of this chart. And be like, all right, we're at 34 now. Like last time this thing started running, we went to 59. So something I might play, but probably not today because we got some good picks. So let's head on over to our top list. Now, ASTS, I was letting our Discord community know about this Friday that I see some relative strength in ASTS. We had a very nice candle. Last night we did a video, which we try to do on Sunday nights, and one of the things I pointed out was the relative strength in ASTS. This morning, I picked up some ASTS, and I notified the community at like 25.50, and then boom, news comes out, and then I added much more after the news comes out. So ASTS, broadband connectivity to cell phones. They've launched their satellites, some of their initial satellites a couple months ago. This morning, big news with Vodafone. Let's see here. And also how do you say this? Scotia Bank. So Vodafone, definitive commercial agreement for broadband internet Vodafone through 2034, 10-year contract with Vodafone. This is very interesting. I'll tell you why I really like ASTS this morning. And then, of course, you get the upgrade to about $44 or the buy rating from Scotia Bank, however you say that. Look, I want to show you DXYZ for a second here, which is, oh boy. I was like down here when this thing was like $14. I'm like, this warrants a long-term investment, even though it looked overvalued, because it's the only way you get into SpaceX. But in any case, I scalped it here and there. I should have listened to what I said and put it tucked away in my retirement account long term. Look at this thing, from 14 when we called it out to $73. But part of this move has to do with the fact that, like, every other second, it seems there's some sort of SpaceX satellite, some launch going up and coming down, and a lot of them are for these Starlink satellites. And I got to believe between that activity and Trump, being elected, that there's been some pressure on ASTS, right? Look at this. Let me just see since the election. Well, actually, the day after was down for a couple of days. I don't know if there was news here that sent it up, but yeah, I think there's some pressure in here, and maybe some also tax loss selling. And the whole thing is, the reason I like it is because, look, the technical argument. When I say technical, I'm talking about the technology behind SpaceX and Starlink versus ASTS. People say, and I don't know this firsthand, that the Starlink technology is only good for like text messages and stuff. They don't have the broadband capability versus ASTS, which is they have some sort of patent or whatever it is on broadband, right? Now, that may be true. I don't have enough knowledge in the space to know that for sure. But when you see Starlink constantly putting satellites up there, it weighs on sentiment from someone like me, the average Joe, average investor. And if you want to see your stock explode, you need average Joe, average investor on board. So I think people see that and they get a little scared. Well, today we get validation that maybe those experts on Twitter who are saying, no, their technologies, that's broadband. You're not going to get broadband internet connectivity on your cell phone from the satellites, from Starlink. You're going to get it from ASTS. Now a little bit of validation, because Vodafone is also seeing all these Starlink satellites going up, and they decided to go through with ASTS, right? So I really, the daily chart, very choppy. The weekly chart, very choppy. This is not like a clear chart, like a blue sky breakout scenario like we had with NBIS, which was so easy to read, all right, which we'll talk about in a bit. So this one's a little bit choppier, but I'll tell you from experience and muscle memory that when ASTS has a good day, the thing's up 10 to 15%. And that's without a catalyst. That's just like normal volatility. Like the normal volatility of a good day is like 10%. Now you have a catalyst. So yeah, I'm like, okay, 10 to 20% in the bank. I would not be surprised if this thing can be up 20 to 40% today. All right. But I'm going to stick. I'm just saying I'm not going to be surprised, but I'm sticking with like a 10 to 20% move. 10% we're like $28. Another $2 gets you to 30. I think we talked about this in our Discord this morning, that I'm just going to say $30 is the high target because there's some resistance here at these candles. You see it like 1, 2, 3. It's a sloppy resistance. This is a choppy chart. It's not like a clean, clear resistance 30, like a choppy triple top at 30, a big psychological spot. So I'm going to say $30 is possible for today, sitting here at 27.75. That is ASTS. Oh, now I got to talk. I was going to start off this show with Tesla. I mean, you've seen the videos. I mean, the accuracy of these predictions on Tesla is ridiculous. Friday afternoon. First of all, Thursday morning, we called the breakout. We said we're coming out of consolidation right here. Thursday morning, 385 is your target. Didn't hit it.
And Wednesday night too, Ben. You also sent out something Wednesday night.
Wednesday night, yeah, it was clear. Yeah. Okay, great. So Wednesday night, I'm like, consolidation is over. We got that first move up, consolidation. Ever since that first move down here, by the way, right here is when I put the video out to our Discord community saying we're heading to all-time new highs proximal to inauguration date. Gave a few levels. It was basically 360 and 385 were the two big levels that we had to get, and then the all-time highs at 415. So when we broke out this 360 consolidation, I'm like, 385 is your next target. Didn't get it on the first day, but we got it on the second day. And Friday afternoon, it was my highest conviction pick. You saw what happened with Tesla. I went 70% of my account in TSLL and my trading account on Friday afternoon and caught this entire move. The thing was like 377, 378 when I'm like, or maybe it was even 376 or something. Like, weekend's coming. Let's go. We already broke that 360 consolidation. 385 is the target. let's get to 385 today. And the thing, lo and behold, I closed at like 390, and then an after hour, you see what happens, right? So we got some psychological resistance at 400, which you can also see in the overnight market. Got blocked there at right here in one of the charts. Somewhere in the overnight market hit 403, maybe not captured by Webull here. But in any case, so you got some resistance at 400, and then you're heading to the all-time new highs at 415. At this point, I don't know how quickly it's going to come. All right. Last Friday, that was an easy read to say we're going to break up to 385. Today, I don't know. Not as easy of a read how quickly we're going to go there. We got that. Maybe if we break 400, you can make another crazy move like this sometime this week, maybe even today, to about 415 to the new all-time high. All right. So that's the deal with Tesla. Not going to be the number one pick. I just like the catalyst on ASTS better. Here's another catalyst for you, OPTT. This is a drone stock, microcap drone stock, which we did very, very well on in our community. And here's go to a drone list here. OPTT out with a contract this morning, $3 million. Apparently, haven't had a chance to independently verify this, but someone who knows the company well says this is their largest contract ever. $3 million, $43 million market cap. A lot of hype around the drone sector space. And after this big move down over here, which wasn't really because of bad news, it was just people were expecting good news into the ER. They're expecting a big contract announcement because how the ER was written for that ER release. In any case, down here, I think you could see a move. We're already made a move here. We're at 38 cents right now. I would not be surprised to be testing 42 to 45 cents today in regular hours on OPTT. So OPTT going to be a top pick. So we got ASTS, OPTT. We're looking at Tesla, looking for that break of 400, heading to all-time new highs. I'm not playing yin, but very interesting, right? Just based on that chart I showed you. Where are we now? 35, right at that 50 DMA. You shouldn't really do technical analysis on levered ETFs, by the way. Maybe you can do it on KWeb or something. But anyway, I'm not focused on that. All right, let's go on down here, see what else is going on. And NVIDIA, China says that some sort of antitrust investigation. Is that what it was? Do you remember? What's the story out of China on NVIDIA, Rhett?
Yeah, it was antitrust.
Anti-monopoly violations in the headline there. All right. So NVIDIA down a little bit. I have not been interested in NVIDIA in a long time. I shifted my focus to small caps several months ago, which has been the right move. But I wonder if this invigorates rare earths, right? MP, with the trade wars coming, or at least now, when the tariffs, China kind of retaliated in a way with rare earths. We're not going to be exporting a rare earth. Look at this rare earth list. MP is the big one. Really, there's only two that I'm watching. And then UAMY. Wow, look at that. Unbelievable. Congrats to people in our community. He kept this the whole way. I just scalped a little bit on day one on this rare earth company. Look at it, up another 12%. But MP, with that news on NVIDIA, I'm thinking sentiment can improve on MP today, bouncing off the 20 DMA on Friday. I think MP can be in play. I think I'm going to make MP a top 5 pick today. So let's throw MP up to the top. All right. Palantir's this. I just look. I sold this at 40, 45 bucks. I just thought it was too expensive. Obviously, looks like it was the wrong decision. Right. Anyway, Palantir this weekend. There's a lot of things going on, but one of the headlines was some sort of deal with Anduril for AI, military AI, something like that. I don't know the details. All right. But I did notice that PDYN was strong from early pre-market today. And PDYN, as you know, is an AI drone stock. All right. So those headlines with Anduril can be, okay, now let's get that sentiment improved for PDYN. We've been down for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days in a row. I was kind of waiting for a touch of the 20 DMA, but it may not happen now. You get this double bottom anyway right here at 410. 410? 410. Perfect. Maybe that's your support. Now you got a sentiment move off of this Palantir news, and I'm going to make PDYN a top 5 pick today. All right. I think I bought some in pre-market. I did buy some. I don't know if I sold it yet. I think I kept it. I sold some stuff off because I was adding as much ASTS as I could this morning and added more OPTT on that news. But I think I may have went quickly in and out of MP so I can fund more ASTS and OPTT. think I kept my PDYN. All right, so got those in the top 5 today. We're 9:20 a.m. Got a few more minutes. All right, NBIS. This is something that really good team effort by the community. I forgot who put the alert in our Discord, but I jumped all over it because it was Citron that was long. Anytime Citron goes long something, I love it. And then the technicals were crazy. I was like, this is a sky blue breakout. Look at it. I mean, it's just obvious. Fill the gap. That was the first target. All right. Then you filled that gap there. Then you switched to the weekly chart. I mean, this thing is just sky blue. All right. So the next targets on this is 68. No. 39 to 47.50 are the next two targets. So, all right. But big kudos to Godfather, who stuck around a little more seriously than, hey, here's a great catalyst that's breaking out. Let's play it for the day. He was like, I'm making this one of my top picks, man. And he went big size, I think, made it one of his top picks and has held what it looks like for a few days now. So beautiful on that. I did follow him in my swing account. Don't have my day trade account, but look at this NBIS up 5% this morning. I did pick some up early this morning because we went to $40 this morning, and in the early pre-market, I can't trade till 7 a.m. When the stock opened at 7 a.m., it had pulled back to 38. So I got in at 38. I was intending to keep it today, but I sold it for a small profit to fund more, as I told you, ASTS and OPTT. Those are my top two picks. I'm kind of focused on that. But let me throw NBIS up here, at least close to the top 5. If not in the top 5, we'll see in a second. All right, then I got to talk about Fold over here. So Fold also picks them up. Now, Fold is a sponsor of the StoryTrading program today. I will be interviewing them. Also, I'll be co-hosting a Spaces on Fold Thursday. Now, I usually do not buy stock of a company that I'm interviewing to avoid, or at least who is a sponsor of StoryTrading, to avoid any conflicts of interest. But in this case, I decided to buy it, and I'll just disclose it, right? Not a big position. Pick some up this morning. Why? Because crypto is over 100, went to 100,000. There you go. Bitcoin 99,000. You're not going to stop me from buying a Bitcoin name, a new Bitcoin name. And this is a beautiful chart. Very nice action here with big volume. This is a SPAC where the deal is not closed yet. All right. A little bit confusing because it's FTAC Emerald Acquisition Corp, right, which is led by Betsy Cohen, who we're going to be interviewing at 10 a.m. pretty soon. The target is Fold App. CEO Will Reeves. Will Reeves, I believe. Yep. All right. So, but in any case, they already changed their ticker symbol. So a little bit confusing. FLD. So we have to dig into that. What's the timing behind that? Why is the ticker symbol already changed? But yeah, with Bitcoin over, or at least near 100,000, all right, no one's stopping me from buying this. So I bought some this morning, not big size. I want to hear from them directly. And I guess we're doing a Reddit AMA, right? There's a Ask Me Anything. So a lot of interest on Reddit on this stock. And one of the questions we'll be asking is, are you pursuing a MicroStrategy business plan? They have a business, all right? It's not just a purely Bitcoin thing. A Fold app looks like a serious business we'll be talking about, but apparently they also own, I think, 1,000 Bitcoin or something like
1,000 plus and counting.
All right. So we'll have to find out about that. So yeah, I had to buy this ahead of the interview. Okay. That's FLD. Just picked it up early this morning around this price. All right. So it's 9:23 a.m. I think that's enough. We're not going to go through everything. Let's see. There's a lot of other stuff. If you want to hear about it, you head into our Discord community, storytrading.com/Discord. But top 5 picks, it's got to be, all right. These, we'll talk about the order in a second. There's 6 here I like. All right, let me just.
We have a couple questions too, Ben. I want
Yeah.
to put up there real quick. I'll throw it up on the screen.
Okay, go ahead. Please give us your thoughts on DJT also if you can. Look, I'm in it. I actually have some call options expiring this week. I'm probably going to roll them over next week. I think I'm just going to keep rolling my call options over every week until something happens because there's too much smoke around this name right now, especially after the BKKT reports that they want to buy BKKT. And then you had Rumble getting into the Bitcoin Treasury game like MSTR. So I don't want to say like MSTR, but, buying some Bitcoin. There's something going on with crypto. Obviously, it's Donald Trump. He likes crypto. And there was a rumor yesterday that they may be trying to, with Elon Musk's help, to buy some legacy media companies. there's a lot of smoke in this name, and the chart's good, and it's over the 200 DMA. So I don't know when something might happen, but I'm actually, for the first time ever since this ticker symbol came out, I'm actually comfortable with a swing position in this. All the time it was like a game of hot potatoes, right? Because it's just like they don't have enough revenue at Truth Social, right, to justify a 7.5 billion valuation. But now Trump is president. Now Elon Musk is on his side, and they're trying to do something in crypto. Maybe they can start growing into the 7.5 billion valuation if they do some sort of big deal. So for the first time ever, I feel comfortable holding this stock overnight. So, but right now I just have call options expiring this week. So I think I'm going to roll over to something I can hold longer term this week. So that's DJT. There's another question.
Yep, one more. So it's going to be on UMAC. I mean, we covered the drones a little bit ago, but
UMAC, we're interviewing the CEO tomorrow at 10 a.m. So it's been disappointing, right? I'm still up on it big. Hopefully people in our community are as well. We were in this before the big move. In fact, the day before the big move, we interviewed the CEO of Arcad, and we learned more about UMAC, so that was great. But I did not expect a pullback of this magnitude. All right, we're sitting here at $9. Thankfully, my position size is smaller than it was on the way up, so I'm still up significantly. But I gave a lot of it back in the last several days, so I'm not thrilled about that. We'll have to talk to the CEO tomorrow to see, I have some tough questions for him, and we'll see how he answers them. If he answers them the right way, maybe our interview will spark a rally, or I'll get more bullish on it based on that. And if he doesn't give me the answers I want, maybe I'll bail on it. So we're pending that interview on UMAC, 10 a.m. tomorrow, right here. All right. Was there a third question?
they were just wondering here. I'll throw it up there too. It's actually an interesting question. So see it up there, Ben?
I was wondering how FLD will navigate Nasdaq's 3-year roll. Okay, we'll talk about that why don't you throw that question up during our interview? All right, we'll do that.
Sounds good.
At 10 a.m. You bring that back up. All right. So, all right. Let's see here. So as far as the order of these top picks, I have to go ASTS number 1. I really like the strength in PDYN today, and it's like a little bit higher quality than OPTT. I'm wondering, you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to put PDYN ahead of OPTT just because it's higher quality company, and we got that catalyst from Palantir, which could improve sentiment for the stock today. So ASTS, followed by Paladine, followed by OPTT. Then we get a little MP speculative if that thesis that the sentiment can come back into MP because of the China NVIDIA news today. So I got 6 stocks here. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, and then fold. How do we want to do this, Rhett? Do we keep all 6 here, or do we make it 5+1, or Tesla's on watch if it breaks 400?
Definitely ASTS is number 1 pick of the day, without a doubt. I'm liking that move, especially towards the 30. As for the rest of them go, like PDYN as well, also like OPTT off this news, MP, and MP I don't know as much.
I actually flipped out of the MP.
You already did?
Yeah, it looks like I already flipped out of the MP because I wanted more money for those other top picks. So it was just break even. I got in at 2033, sold it at 2033, but that's in the top 5. All right, you know what? ASTS, PDYN, OPTT, top picks. I'm going to put NBIS ahead of it, of MP. MP, I think, definitely more speculative here on this thesis. And then, why are people calling me? I know you're watching my show. Don't call me while I'm live on the air. Come on. Come on, bro. All right. We'll be free at like 10:30. All right. Rhett, do me a favor too during this show. If there's anything in Discord chat that's important, just bring that to our attention as well.
Sounds
so
good. We'll do.
We're about to open. Well, I'm already loaded up in ASTS common shares. Rhett, I think let's maybe look for opportunities for ASTS call options today.
Yeah, without a doubt. I'm gonna hop on that right now to start looking for those.
Yeah, and this PDYN I really like as well for today. Let me see here.
Let me send this to our community.
All right, the formal part of our show is over, guys.
Now comes the fun part.
Now, well, we'll see if it's fun or well. Friday was fun. You helped me with a Lulu call option that went up 400% in like 10 minutes. That was fun.
Yeah, that was extremely fun.
Look at ASTS taking off.
Yes.
I have to get some sort of call option. I'm in a very small starter position, so I can average down if it doesn't go straight up out of the gate here. So I'm gonna get this week's. What I like to get. Oh my gosh,
Video's going to that 137 level.
Help me. A little bit too slow over here. Okay. No, that's why I got all those. That's why I got a lot of common shares this morning.
Oh, there it goes. It's
Yeah,
going right to that 29.31.
There was not enough liquidity in these call options. I'm not going to get filled. I'm not getting filled on this. I'm not gonna... All right, we'll just stick with the common shares. If there's a pullback, maybe.
Yeah, I'm looking for a pullback.
All right, we're going to look for a pullback. I'm not going to chase the call options here. Good thing we got all those common shares.
It's too busy typing away.
I'm sure Yosef killed it though. He's a pro at that, man. Oh my gosh. All right.
I'd have that order in beforehand.
Yeah, I know. I
was occupied with the show.
That's what I did with Lulu. I put the order in beforehand.
It was perfect.
And it filled at like $2.13, and then the thing went to like $8 in like 20 minutes. That was crazy. Now we're getting a pullback. All right. Which one am I getting? 28.50.
Ooh. Sleeper this morning is Dell. Look at that.
I don't know. I don't like this call option. Too much of a premium. I'm looking at 28.50 this week. Out in there, that just takes off. Oh my god, that was you had like 3 seconds to pick up the call option. I almost pulled the trigger on the 28.50s, but all right, load it up on the common shares. What are you gonna do?
All right, what's our levels we got for
$30 is my target today on this.
$30.
$30.
Yeah, my first one is 29.31.
At my target. That's it. It's going to $30. It's already 28.87. Wow, look at that. If someone has a call option idea on ASTS, put it in the chat or put it in our Discord. Love to hear it.
Let's see. Nothing yet in there. Right.
Wow, Tesla's going to be very interesting today.
Oh, yeah.
These premiums are very expensive on ASTS. I'm looking at the 28.50 call options, and they're like $150 by $2, which means you only break even if you hold till expiration at 30. All right, it's coming back down.
There you go. Tesla's taking
coming
off.
Back down. Hold
Above
on.
The,
is it over 400?
Almost.
Yeah, if that goes over 400, you might get all-time highs on this thing. You might get it today if it goes over 400, to be honest with you.
Bitcoin bounce on that 98,132 level again.
I might. Oh, okay. I got some ASTS call options, 28.50s at 160, but
Ooh, app had a pretty strong pullback, down 9% at the moment. And
look at yin. Yin is going 399.94. Wow, yin is just nonstop, man.
Look at that, right down to that level in the video. 137. Such an easy play too. We could have played.
Which one?
In the video.
What, it went down?
Yeah, just on this first
on the China
candle, going down to 137.27.
Yeah.
First level I'd marked. Possibly 135 in play, depending on what it does here. If it doesn't hold at this level. Oh, that's what I was gonna look at is
Let's pull up the daily now on ASTS now that we can see this beautiful candle. Let's look at the weekly. Wow, what a gap.
It's happening on my internet.
Oh, DXYZ halted. All right, great. Send that money to ASTS, baby. Here we go. DJT on the move up.
That's
Nice.
another one too.
DJT. There were those rumors yesterday. Maybe people are taking those rumors seriously. Man, are we playing Tesla on this? Are we? I don't know what to do. I made a lot of money on it Friday. I don't want to give it back. Getting it right, but what if it doesn't break this 400? But TSLL.
Oh, there it goes.
Yeah, I gotta get it. Oh, that's
man.
okay.
You better hurry.
I gotta hurry. I gotta hurry.
Flipping away, Ben.
Oh my gosh. All right. I gotta get myself some TSLL. I just grabbed some at market price, where the hell it is. December 13th, $30. All right. You know what? I feel like Tesla can hit all-time new highs today or tomorrow. And I think if it pulls back to 400, I think you buy there.
App that I called out, it was down 9%, and now it's down almost 12.
All right.
Such a huge
now
run.
we're moving Tesla to the top position right now, ahead of ASTS. Look at that. Some people just sold ASTS to buy Tesla. All right. So where's my Tesla? TSLL. Come on. I did buy. Tell me I bought it in the right account, please. TSLL. Yeah, I bought it in the right account, but it's not showing yet. My God, Fidelity's retarded. Come on. Where is it? He's not showing my TSLL yet. This is the December 13th $30 calls I got. Let me see how much they are. December 13th $30 calls. We got December 13th options. TSLL buy to open December 13th. $30 calls. Okay, they're 130 by 137. I got in at 124. STS pulling back.
I'm waiting to see what it does at around the 2713 level. See if it can hold.
And MP's perking up. I'm moving MP up. That thesis is getting validated here. 2050.
Yep. Oh, it looks like it may bounce.
Oh, yeah. MP's looking nice right now. Paladin. Uh-oh. That's sad. I don't like the look of that. All right. I'm going to move MP to the number 3 position. So we got...
Nice bounce on that level. Almost perfect.
Which one? MP?
No. ASTS.
Oh, okay. Good. Paladin is disappointing here. All right. So Tesla, ASTS, MP now. I'm making those now the top 3 for the rest of the day here. No changes to anything else. All right. Tesla, ASTS, MP. Let's see what else is going on down here. And we got the Fold app soon.
Yeah, look at that.
Oh, I love this DXYZ down 11%. Come on, come to ASTS, baby. Oh, Geo explode soon, I'm telling you. Okay, this stuff is boring down here. We're in the right stocks. All right, we're in the right stuff. Tesla back to 400. There's a buying opportunity right there, I think. Come on, I'm too slow. I should have. God, too slow. All right, I just added more TSLL right here. All right, ASTS is coming back. Let's defend 400 on Tesla. Come on. I'm not going to be so literal about. So I had with Bitcoin last week. This is still okay. It could go below for a bit. It's fine. 400 ASTS, MP, which I'm not in right now. DJT, which I am in. Paladine, which is oops. OPTT. I'm gonna give this some time to work. It's a good catalyst. Okay. By the way, it is 9:40. If you guys are here from Reddit, or if you're here for that Reddit AMA interview with Fold coming up, that starts at 10 a.m., please go ahead and post, retweet, put the link out, whatever link you're watching it on. We're on Rumble and X and YouTube. So put that link out so we can get a nice audience at 10 a.m. in just 20 minutes. We have now 2,400 people on, but let's make it bigger. Look at MP. Ooh. I feel like I want some MP. I'm getting some MP. Let's go to I got some $20 call options on MP December something in a couple weeks. It's not this week. For December 20th, $1.17. I like that, man. 21.17 break even. That's beautiful. I love that. You see that? MP $20 call options December 20th for $1.17. I'm very happy.
Not bad.
This. I'm very happy with it. Look at this, because he pulled back, bounced off the 20 DMA, have a nice catalyst today. Early action, validating my thesis. I'm very happy with that. And oops, Tesla low date. I'm just gonna hold on to what I have. I'm not gonna. This Tesla is so choppy, it's ridiculous. K-Web and Yin are just absolutely exploding. Oh my god. There was a huge whale that put like $80 million in Yin call options last week that I alerted to the Discord community. That was crazy.
Yep.
Was it 80 million? It was something huge. Wow, China is lit. All right. Okay, ASTS, my largest position for the day, hanging in there. And this has been not so nice so far. RSI is getting oversold on OPTT. You have nice support right around here, right here on OPTT. I think this is a good spot to pick some up on OPTT if you're so inclined to play this news.
Yep.
35.66 looks very nice right here. Close to this moving average too.
It's nice to pick up some.
Yeah, it's a good spot. 940.
See if picking up some of this ASTS is going to pay off. Oh, we got people in our back room.
Nice.
There we go. Pays off.
Very nice.
Yep, that's paying off great.
Man, if I was not live right now, I'd probably be. I can't focus too much. Be trying to trade OPTT heavily here at this 35 level. At this point, I'm kind of locked and loaded for the day. I think I got my positions. I like them. Got my TSLA calls, ASTS, huge common share positions, some calls, MP, beautiful calls I picked up. I love those. All right. Only thing I'd actively be doing if I could right now is maybe trying to trade OPTT here at 35 cents. But yeah, I can't get into that now with the interview coming up in just a few minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, look at MP. Oh, those call options were gold, man. I'm telling you. 20 for $1.17. They're still around there. $1.05 by $1.30. Somehow, if you get these MP calls at the ask, that's a 21.30 break even. Stock's at 20.65. You look at the chart, it's just starting to rebound. Yeah, I mean, this thing can be easily over 21 today.
Without a doubt. Where is?
There we go. Look at MP go. Should have bought more. You never have enough when you're right? Should have bought more. What's this note?
I believe that was me just saying good morning.
Oh no, we gotta reconnect Instagram.
All that. Yeah.
Instagram only does. Look at MP go, guys. All right, we gotta reconnect Instagram. They cut you off after 1 hour of being live, which is stupid. All right, so let me 1 hour. That'll take us to 10:46. I think that'll be enough for the interview. So let me just work on that real quick while you guys watch MP explode. Oh my gosh, what a call out that was.
Beautiful.
Create live video. So you know what? I'm just going to call this live video. We'll get rid of the live trading and we'll go FLD Reddit AMA interview with Foldsville, Reeves, and Betsy Cohen. Go audience public. Okay. And we'll head on over to Instagram here. Shit. Fold Reddit AMA interview. Okay.
I'm up 12% on ASTS so far.
Oh, nice. Okay, we're back live on Instagram now. All right, cool.
Awesome.
So, let's see. Tesla, ASTS, MP. That was should have. I only got 10 contracts. I should have. And there's that bounce perfect off 35 cents. NBIS. Here's a buying opportunity, guys. Right now, NBIS right here. It could go lower. Could go to 35.31, but I think you could just buy the big red candles for pop. Ecore is up 5% to 12.55. That's interesting. Oh my gosh, MP. How much are those call options now? $20 call options. So I'm up on them. They're 125 by 150. 9:49. We got 10 minutes till the FLD interview. Ooh, NBIS. Oh, I wish I could trade now. A second. All right, we're up to 2,570 people watching. Tesla is like ridiculous. Tesla's ridiculous. Here we go. Number one pick, pushing high a day. Oh, we gave you some good picks today, guys.
Yes, we did.
PDYN not working though, and OPTT a little bit challenged, but not bad. Got the bounce right there. Bitcoin back over 100,000. Ooh, I just added more FLD here with Bitcoin back over 100,000. How's Mara doing? Let's pull up a crypto list. Down. MSTR is up. Nothing so special in the crypto stocks right now.
Not yet.
PDYN coming back. Oh, we still have a chance for a 5 for 5 day. Look at OPTT. Look at that bounce we gave you there. OPTT, PDYN coming back. MP ripping. ASTS near high a day. That's 4 for 4. What was our fifth pick? What were our 5 picks?
So our 5 picks today were, we had ASTS, PDYN, OPTT, NBIS, and MP.
Oh, we gave NBIS. Ooh, okay, so we got one of them wrong so far. But if you're trading this one, here's a nice spot right here. Look at this support area at around 35. I would say 35, 15, 35. I hope it's still there after the interview. I might try to trade that NBIS today. Paladine coming back up very nicely. Come on, let's break out. Let's go to $30 today on ASTS. All right, we got 8 minutes left. Guys, in the studio, we got Will Reeves here of FLD. We got Betsy Cohen of FTAC Acquisition, Emerald Acquisition Corp. So they're both here. So we're going to start right on time at 10 a.m. So make sure to send that link out to everyone on Twitter, on X, on StockTwits, on Reddit. So no one misses anything. We'll go live right at 10 a.m. with that. Oh, look at that MP. What's our target? What did I say? We can do like 21. I think you just hold MP all day, to be honest with you. This can rip. How are the other rare earths doing? Green all aboard. Green all across the board except NB. I don't even know what NB is, but apparently it's a rare earth. All right. Come on, ASTS. Yin was crazy. Remember, like, if I didn't have any catalysts today of individual stocks, I'd be playing Yin. Should have played it anyway, huh? Oh, Geo turning around, man. This is one of my larger positions. It's gonna happen. I don't know when exactly, but soon. It's December 9th, inauguration January 20th. $45 my target. Proximal to inauguration. 2 to 3 weeks either side of it. Five minutes and counting here till the FLD Fold App Reddit AMA interview. We're at 2,600 folks on the stream. Let's push it to 3,000, guys. Tweet, retweet, comment, like on our social media posts. NVIDIA's a high day, by the way. I got to throw Geo to the top. Yeah, Rivian got an upgrade or initiation this morning. Someone on our Discord is mentioning it. I saw that news early this morning. Whoa, it really took off on that news, wasn't it? It was a benchmark. Benchmark initiates coverage with a buy, price target 18. That was the news this morning. I saw it. I didn't drop it into the Discord. I should have, I guess. Wow. Rivian. Let's look at the daily chart on Rivian. Wow, that's a sky blue breakout it had a couple weeks ago. Let's look. Looking very nice. Wow, look at this candle right here. High 1472. That's your next target, 1472. Likely to touch it today. It's 1453. Very likely to touch 1472. Wow, if you break above 1472, it can go another couple bucks. 1472. This thing can go into the low 16s. So Rivian saw the news, but we didn't act on this one. I saw someone on our Discord's looking at it, so if you made money on that, congrats. We're heading to that 1472 very quickly. And there you go. There's that reversal in NBIS. There was that buying opportunity. Fleeting. What'd I tell you? Buy these red candles. All right, it's 9:56 a.m. We have a note here, fold interview at 10 a.m. You know what? Let's take Rhett. Let's maybe play some video commercials for the next couple minutes so I can go refresh and get ready for this interview.
Sounds good.
JT, all right. So we'll start at 10 a.m. sharp, everyone, with the interview. Look at DJT go. All right. Coming up, Betsy, Cohen, and Will Reeves right after this at 10 a.m. We'll see you on the other side. So I think all the elements are coming together for a secondary surge in Trump names. You saw, probably seen my thesis on Tesla from the day after the election, calling for all-time new highs, proximal to inauguration. When I say proximal, 2 to 3 weeks before to 2 to 3 weeks after, in that time frame, calling for an all-time new high. Tesla, oh, I love Tesla. Tesla 360 plus, let's go, baby. You saw my thesis, and I have not backed down. I'm like, I don't care what the delivery numbers are. I don't care what Goldman Sachs says. All right, to me, the people focused on the sentiment of Tesla are correct. They're the ones that are going to get this right. They're the ones that are going to be here at 360 and watch this thing get an all-time highs, because Tesla will benefit over the next few years from the Trump relationship and the FSD and the robo-taxi. That's investing. Goldman Sachs is wrong. We're right. Tesla done all-time new highs. All right. So Tesla going to be in the top 5 here today. Tesla, let's go ahead and break 362 this week. All right. 385, by the way, the next target on Tesla. 385 Tesla. Unbelievable. Look at this. We've been calling this every step of the way since the election, all over this. We called this breakout early yesterday morning. Actually, the night before, we said Tesla's going to be a top pick tomorrow. We're going to break out. How did we do that, man? We have a knack for this stuff. So at Tesla, we said the two levels, 365, then 385. Those are the two levels we gave you. Said we break 365, then we go to 385. Tesla was a top pick yesterday, and wow, we're like, that 385 can happen quickly. It can even happen this week. Well, 378, almost there. And then we're forecasting consistently. We've been forecasting all-time new highs of above 415, proximal to inauguration day. Who knows, at this rate, it may even come before that. When I say proximal to inauguration date, you know, you kind of been talking about within 2 to 3 weeks, either side of inauguration is when we get the new all-time highs on Tesla. So Tesla going to be a top 5 pick again today with this breakout, 385, your next target.
Guys, listen, I'm getting validation on social media. From the likes of Dan Ives, Jim Cramer, who is not a good indicator, but when you have Dan Ives and Jim Cramer agreeing, basically saying everything I was saying in the morning show. Yeah, we're talking about $926 billion company. Dan Ives is like, this is a $1.5 billion company. Automation is going to be fast-tracked in terms of federal regulations and stuff. Take a look at this. I'm looking at, let's pull back to the weekly chart. If you go to the daily, you're like, oh, it's so scary. You got a gap here. Oh my God. Right. Okay. Well, you can look, first of all, even on the
Good morning, everyone. There I am. It is Monday, December 9th. We are here with Betsy, Cohen, and Will Reeves from the Fold app, Fold FTAC Emerald Acquisition Group, right? Corp. Betsy, good morning. How are you guys? How are you doing, Betsy?
We're doing fine. How are you?
Doing great. So excited to hear about this, especially obviously because everything that's going on with Bitcoin and Bitcoin breaking 100K. It's been a big, huge moment. A lot of excitement around the crypto space. So, looking forward to hearing from you as well. Will, good morning. Will, how you doing?
Good morning. I'm doing great.
All right, awesome. So, just want to get to know you guys a little bit. We got some questions from Reddit. We'll get to that. But first, let's just spend a few minutes to learn about your background. Betsy, I hear you're from Philadelphia. Is that right?
That's right.
I'm from Philly, too.
You're from Philly, too?
Oh, of course. Yes, Philadelphia. That's a great place. My dad went to UPenn. I almost got into Wharton, man. So close. I was so close. They interviewed me, but I don't know. I guess they didn't like me. But in any case, from Cherry Hill, that's where my family's from. Love that area. So beautiful area. Betsy, I hear you're a very, very successful woman. You're doing a lot in the SPAC space. Tell us a little bit more about what you do.
Well, I've always been in the financial services area. That's why I was attracted to Fold. And that goes back many, many years. Started out as a lawyer and then went on from there to teach law school, and then went out and figured I'd be a better client than a lawyer. And so in the mid-'70s, started my first bank.
Oh, wow.
And have taken 8 companies to the public markets. I think the most recent one was the Bank Corp, which became the first and the most important, continues today to be the most important online bank, which provides wrappers for non-bank fintech companies. So we saw the writing on the wall that the traditional methods of banking were, in fact, not going to continue. And I think that's what Will saw also. Yeah. And so understanding the business, having operated these businesses for many, many years, I was able to appreciate what Will had created.
What bank was that? You said mid-'70s. What bank was that you started?
It was called Jefferson Bank.
Jefferson.
And, sold to Hudson United. And I was also the CEO of a bank in Washington, D.C., which sold to First Union.
Cool. Do you remember back in those days? I think it was the 80s in that area, Philly, Cherry Hill area, TD Bank. It was Commerce Bank back then. Do you remember Commerce Bank around that time?
No, but Commerce Bank sold to TD under difficult circumstances.
Oh, yeah. That was interesting. The founder of Commerce, he lived in the neighborhood right next to me. They like that was they were like really kind of revolutionized the space in a way because they had wide open, remember the layouts were like wide open. Before Commerce, you had to go behind like a gate to talk to the teller, and they made everything wide open. You remember that?
Brilliant retail marketers.
Yeah.
But that kind of marketing was not my thing. So I moved on from there to be totally online, and felt that the way people were going to access their money, maybe 10 years out from the time we're talking about, was going to be primarily online and less so in the branches. So we took 2 different approaches.
Sounds great. All right. Before we get more into the Fold app, just curious, tell us more about the SPACs, right? You sponsored a bunch of SPACs. Tell us a
Yeah,
little bit about some of your success stories there.
we can tell you about all of our success stories.
Okay.
So we've done a number of SPACs, and those that are still trading are all trading above 10. There are some that are in the 20s and some that are in the teens. But we look for companies like Fold that have very understandable growing businesses, and add to that our real emphasis on good executives, people who understand the business, people who can be responsive to changing circumstances, because as we know, nothing ever stays the same, and who have shown through a period of time the ability to both grow the company and innovate. It's very important to us that the product itself be tested, but also be differentiated from the rest of the market. And that's really what Will has achieved.
Okay, so that's a nice interlude. Let's talk about Will and the Fold app first. Just what stock we're talking about here. It's ticker symbol FLD. A little bit of a clarity, if you can give folks. I'm a little bit confused. Ticker symbol's already changed to FLD, but the merger's not complete yet, right? What's going on there?
I think that we felt that we both were so committed to the completion of the transaction, and the kind of agreement that we reached made closing inevitable, that we wanted the public to know what this story was all about. And the best way to do that on an interim basis while we were still going through the SEC was to change the symbol so that everyone knew that Fold was in fact the company we were committed to.
Very interesting. So then what are the steps left for this merger to get completed?
Well, we filed the First Amendment of the S4 and should hear shortly, given the traditional 30-day period for response. Back on that, and we don't control the timing. We would like to control the timing, but we don't. And so it's hard for us to estimate exactly when the transaction will close.
So those who are not familiar with that process, what steps would be left after? So you got this filing, you got to hear back from that. What steps have to happen after that?
Well, we have to get SEC approval to take it to completion.
Okay. And once they give the approval, how long does it take?
Well, there's a notice period for the meeting, for voting, and et cetera. So it's usually a 20-day period, more or less.
Awesome. All right, beautiful. Will Reeves, let's turn over to you to talk a little bit about the Fold app. So I have these questions. I'll get to them, I promise. Those folks watching on Reddit, they gave us a list of questions for both of you. I'll get to that in just a second. But Will, if you can give us a little overview of what the Fold app does first.
Awesome. Well, it's great to be here. Very excited to be joined by yourself and Betsy. We'll take any time to be here with her. Fold is really about the easiest way to start your Bitcoin journey. So we have created a platform that allows you to earn Bitcoin on all your purchases and spending, to buy Bitcoin as savings, to invest in it, and really to live on it and earn it passively in your everyday life. So you can download the Fold app and not change a single aspect of your behavior, go about your daily coffee buying, groceries, your monthly bills, and you'll be accumulating Bitcoin passively. And we look at Bitcoin as long-term savings. And so our customers come to us as the easiest way to make sure that they are accumulating more Bitcoin every single day.
And it looks like you have some traction, at least based on the social media account you have. You got a lot of followers. Can you give us some metrics, any kind of metrics you're able to share?
So Bitcoin is first and foremost has been truly a movement, and Fold has seen the opportunity to build one of the strongest, most loyal communities around long-term savings. We have a community that has been working with Fold to inform the product. You know, we've been a first mover here in the space for many years and have been delivering novel products and services that make Bitcoin earning and using Bitcoin easier and easier. And this has allowed us to reach an incredibly diverse group of people that come from all walks of life, all 50 states, metropolitan areas, rural areas, people who recognize that Bitcoin can truly transform their personal finances. And there's really no product quite like Fold that makes it as easy to do so.
Have you seen, since the election of Donald Trump and Bitcoin just surging, have you seen that reflected in your metrics?
You know, absolutely. There's been incredible tailwinds for Bitcoin. The election is won. Fold's original Series A was led by David Sachs, who was just recently named as the crypto czar of the U.S. in the next administration. But truly, Bitcoin has been on a nonstop winning spree of incredible tailwinds. And this has benefited us because Fold has built the easiest way to begin the Bitcoin journey. And so for us, our customers have become more wealthy. Their purchasing power and savings power has increased. And I think today we have given away over $70 million of Bitcoin to our customers.
Oh, wow. Really?
Had we given that away in cash, it would barely be 20 million.
And where are most of your customers? Where you operate? Is it the United States, Canada, all over? Where do you operate?
Correct. We've been focusing deeply on the United States to serve this market. We believe that this product really has been primed for a customer that is looking to increase their purchasing power, increase their savings power. And in the United States, what we've seen is that people over the last decade or so have found it hard to do this. Savings is harder than ever. The effects of inflation have been hitting people's wallets and personal finances more than ever. And Fold and Bitcoin has provided a true solution to reverse those effects.
Okay, cool. If you can just spend a couple minutes talking about how the app actually works. Like, I download the app. Like, how do I use it? How do I earn the Bitcoin?
Great. So we started with our flagship product, which is our Bitcoin rewards product. So every day, millions of people swipe debit cards and earn them airline miles or hotel points. Fold changed the entire calculation and said, hey, instead of airline miles and hotel points, let's earn Bitcoin, the best performing asset of the last decade. And so you'll swipe the Fold card, or you'll connect your existing credit card to the Fold app, and you will earn Bitcoin on every single swipe.
You can, hold on. Let's say I have like a credit card with Fidelity that gives me 2% cash back. I can connect my Fidelity card to Fold and earn Bitcoin?
Yes, you can take advantage of our merchant partnerships. We have some of the best national retailers and offers out there, and you can connect your existing card and you can supercharge your existing rewards. And you know, that's over 2%.
But do you get that instead of the reward that bank gives you, or you get in addition to?
You get it in addition. So in your example, you'd have your Fidelity rewards, and then you would get 2% back, you know, like Amazon, and get that directly in Bitcoin.
Wow. Like, why wouldn't anyone do this? Is there a fee, a monthly or annual fee or something?
You can download the Fold and use it for free. However, there is a premium subscription that allows you to only earn even more, lower fees. It's truly there to be the easiest way to start earning Bitcoin every single day. And it's exactly like you said. There's a light bulb moment for people where it's an absolute no-brainer to do this.
All right, that's wild. All right. Last question from me, then we'll go to the Reddit AMA questions. Can you speak about, maybe this is for both of you, in terms of valuation when you struck the deal, Betsy, with Will? How does that change now with Bitcoin surging and it's at 100,000? I imagine the company's worth more now than it was when he struck the deal with him. Does that change anything, or you get lucky?
No. We all got lucky. The owners of the stock, the public stock, got lucky, and the legacy owners of Fold are also lucky. Approximately 80% of the benefit of the increase, and it's a complicated formula, but the increase over $90,000 over a period of 60 days. So we're not there yet. But $90,000 in 6 days goes to the pro rata to the investors in Fold. And the legacy investors in Fold get an extra bonus because they've been at this for about 5 years. And we felt and they felt that that was an appropriate response. I think that one of the things that is really unusual about Fold is that it combines the ability to earn currently, but to hold long term. If you look at the history of Bitcoin over the last 10 years, it's been just about the best performing asset. But that's not a day-to-day trading mentality. As Will was saying, it's a savings mentality. And so you're using your everyday events to help you in the long term. And, we can't, no one can guarantee that Bitcoin will not revert from 100 to 90 and go back up to 110 and et cetera. But we're looking at this, or Fold is looking at this for the user of the Fold reward card as a long-term strategy. And I think that there are others in the financial field, such as Fidelity, since you've already mentioned them, and certainly BlackRock, the head of BlackRock, who have now come to the recognition that Bitcoin is a valid long-term strategy for investment. So we're joining the big boys, but we were there first.
Can you talk a little bit about how you arrived at, or what is the valuation, that you struck with Fold, and how you kind of arrived at that valuation? Very high level, back of the napkin numbers.
Yeah, no, sure. If you take out the cash and you look at the comparable companies, there's nothing right on point, but there are companies like Affirm and et cetera that are in the financial services area and that talk to strategies for purchasers. And that's in fact what the Fold coin is. Fold card is, sorry. Get my tongue tied. You take a look at that, and at the time and one of the reasons, as you pointed out, that we had a sensitivity in the formula for the rise in the value of Bitcoin is because we really all believed that although we arrived at a valuation of $381 million in July, I think it was, wasn't it, Will? That the back end of 2024 was going to be a time when Bitcoin related and financial related companies were going to prosper. And so you can see that. I'll just pick out Affirm because it's easy one to do, that in the last 6 months, it probably doubled. And we thought that there should be some room for that to be reflected both to the prospective owners of Fold and to the legacy owners.
Okay, great. So it was 384 million was the valuation?
81, I think it is.
381 million. Okay. Great. All right, let's move on over to these Reddit AMA questions, and a lot of these have already been answered. So if you have any additional questions, you can put it in chat, whether it's on YouTube or X. I think we'll see them in the chat right here if you're on YouTube or X. And Rhett's in the back studio with me. If you see any questions coming in, just drop yourself into the studio and you can help me with asking those questions. But from the Reddit board, let's start with you, Betsy. I mean, we already answered. Someone asked, why did he pick Fold as your target? I think we covered that. Another question here. The July investor presentation suggests Fold's Bitcoin reserve valuation could increase significantly. Okay, we kind of talked about this depending on the 45-day VWAP. Okay, we talked about this, but let me ask a related question. How much Bitcoin do you guys have, Will?
Today, Fold holds over 1,000 Bitcoin in our treasury.
Wow. Okay.
And we're unique in that we have always sought to build a Bitcoin treasury for durability, but also for value for our company and our shareholders. So today we have developed 1,000 Bitcoin treasury, but this is just the beginning. Fold, in the course of our operating business, has designed a product in an ecosystem that all has positive margins that generate Bitcoin every single day for the company. So programmatically, Fold will earn Bitcoin as our customers earn Bitcoin. And so it's something that we expect to constantly increase. And I think we'll get into it a little bit later, but beyond programmatically in building our treasury, we also are looking opportunistically, especially as we look to the public markets and the tools that may be at our disposal. Taking inspiration from the likes of MicroStrategy will help us accelerate that of Bitcoin accumulation strategy very significantly.
Yeah, you're jumping ahead to that MicroStrategy question. You need to be in there. We'll get to that. But so 1,000 Bitcoin, man, that's like $100 million worth. I guess. I mean, does your company have any debt, or is that
no debt?
No debt. So 100 million of 381 million. I guess when the stock was at $10. Is just Bitcoin. That's amazing. All right, we'll come back to that Bitcoin strategy, MSTR. We'll talk about that in a second, but looks like there could be some opportunities here with the stock. 100 million in Bitcoin. That's crazy. All right, Betsy, let's go back. Let's go down the questions we have for you. Oh, SPAC targets, Betsy. Do you have any preference for the type of company to target for your next SPAC? I guess they put in parentheses crypto related, meaning is there a particular sector or industry you're focused on for your future SPACs?
Yeah, I think that we look at technology-based distributive systems, and that's really what Fold's all about in the pure fintech world. But you could go beyond fintech as a narrow topic and look at companies that have some moat around them, so that we're looking for, and I can draw this back to Fold. One of the things that appealed to us about Fold is that they had experience in a field that is just emerging, and that we could see that they could perform on a consistent basis. We're not just looking for good companies. We're looking for companies that will make good public companies, because that's where the investors really are going to benefit. So we could be beyond the narrow range of fintech, but with the same understanding that it's a platform underlying some financial or other element of distributive product.
Okay, great. That sounds good. I mean, you guys are piquing my interest here. I'm going to dig, if I have time, I'm going to dig deeper with a couple of my own questions in a second. I may have time because I'm looking at these Reddit questions and it looks like I hit them all. There's a question about the timeline and the S4 and how long it will take to complete the merger. We did that. How is the valuation of Fold determined? We did that. So we're killing it here. All right. So, Will, let's head on to the questions we have for you here. Okay. Question. Why did you choose to go public via the SPAC route?
Well, I think Fold saw an incredible opportunity to build kind of the premier Bitcoin financial services brand in the world, and the only one that would exist in public markets. We thought combining that, our existing brand in the public markets, would be an incredible opportunity for the company, for our shareholders, and for customers who need this solution in their lives. And so timing was very critical to this. We wanted to align this with the Bitcoin cycle, and the SPAC structure really provided that accelerated path to listing. We know SPACs have had a mixed reputation over the years, but really Fold sits apart from that. We're an asset-rich company. We just talked about, we have over 1,000 Bitcoin in treasury. That's over 100 million today. We're a leading brand in the space. We've been a first mover. We've built a rich ecosystem of products that all have profitable margins and generating more Bitcoin every day. And more than anything, this is one of the largest and most dynamic markets that you could be building in. Bitcoin is growing exponentially, and I don't think we could have more beneficial tailwinds than we've had in this last 12 months. And so I think this is truly a step apart in the SPAC world, and the combination of Fold plus the team that Betsy has put together is really an unstoppable combination.
Awesome. And perfect interlude to the next question. Why did he choose FTAC specifically?
Well, the short answer is right here with me today, Betsy. Betsy and the Cohen team has really built an unmatched reputation. Betsy has been leading in banking and finance for over 50 years, completely remaking how finance and banking works. She alluded to earlier how she was a pioneer in bringing the digitization of banking experience. And I think today with Fold represents just another chapter in that legacy, and how Bitcoin will reshape financial markets. And Fold will be the kind of tip of the spear for that. And so I think it's really that combination of the team behind Betsy, the entire FTAC team that she's put together, really has been a kind of 1 + 1 = 3 situation for Fold.
Awesome. All right. Now we get that MicroStrategy question. It says, are you open to pursuing a MicroStrategy-like strategy of leveraging convertible bonds or assets to expand your Bitcoin holdings?
Short answer, yes. Fold is already the top 25 holder of Bitcoin of all public companies. So we are going to enter public markets with one of the strongest Bitcoin positions out there. And that's prior to even having the tools available to us that come with being a public company. And so we absolutely believe that we start at the top 25, but that's really only the beginning. And we have a very focused strategy to continue using the tools that I think Michael Saylor has pioneered, and now others. And I think what sets us apart is that it's not just about us doing that through financial engineering. Our customers come to Fold every day to make sure they have accumulated more Bitcoin than they had the day before. And the benefit of Fold is that we've built our business so that we end up with the same thing. As our customers stack sats, as they say, so does Fold. And so we have something that no other company does in the public markets, is that our operating company will be generating Bitcoin daily, as well as the financial engineering that we're going to be able to take advantage of.
Well, that's exciting. And I was more of your shares right there as you were speaking. But it's a good time to mention that, just a disclaimer, that you guys are a sponsor of the StoryTrading community. So we appreciate the sponsorship, helps us do what we do. And just disclosing, I do have a position here in Fold. I had a little bit coming into this interview, just added more hearing you talk. So just get those disclaimers out of the way. Okay. Oh,
how's it going, everyone?
That's my colleague, just jumped in. Rhett Foster, what's going on?
Nothing much. We have a few questions that a lot of the chats wanted to get answered. So I'm going to go ahead and put this up on the screen if you guys can see that. It says, I was wondering how FLD will navigate NASDAQ's 3-year rule. The 3-year anniversary is on December 16th, and at that point, FLD would be subject to delist from the NASDAQ.
I think that's correct. At the end of the year, that will happen, but we'll migrate. We won't delist and go into Never Never Land. So we'll migrate to the OTC and then have assurances that as soon as the deal is closed, we'll be able to navigate back.
All right, we got that. Rhett, you get anything else there for us from the chat? No. All right, so we got that one out of the way. Good. So let's go back to these Reddit questions. For you, Will, it says revenue has been stagnant in recent years. Is that true? With a forecasted uptick in 2025 due to planned marketing investments, are you already seeing signs of substantial growth in recent months?
Yeah, so I think what we've seen is, Fold has absolutely been increasing our revenue since our founding, and what we have seen is that today that we have never had a better position. Right, the environment is really set for a breakout for Fold and for Bitcoin. It's become a mainstream part of the financial system. The ETFs are here. We have regulatory clarity. Bitcoin has broken 100K, and Fold is uniquely positioned to capitalize on all of this. We've built the most comprehensive platform for long-term savings. We offer rewards, payments, a very rich ecosystem, and soon credit and loans. And we're going from a company that has been growing organically in this kind of nascent market to now having built partnerships that is going to be distributing our product and offerings to millions. And so our focus on Bitcoin and building these Bitcoin products in combination with where the space is today really creates an entirely new environment for our company to flourish. And so we are very optimistic, very bullish on what is to come. And that is, again, totally separate from the fact of, we've built our balance sheet to focus our position in Bitcoin, and we will directly benefit from the market growth from that as well.
Okay, sounds great. I see. I'm looking at the chat. I see 1 million of the same questions just came rolling in about delisting. What's it say? The delist question is by far the most important question. Are they pursuing a 6-month extension to avoid delisting? Will the SPAC get an extension to avoid NASDAQ delisting? A lot of people asking about this. What's the update on that?
I think that I answered it, but if you think that there's more information that they won't, of course, we're pursuing every strategy we can so that we don't have to do this navigation back and forth to OTC, but we're very comfortable with the fact that within a relatively short period of time, you'll see Fold on NASDAQ.
Okay, cool. All right, let's got a few more here for Will. How does revenue scale relative to Bitcoin price fluctuations? So basically, if Bitcoin price changes, does that impact your revenue? And to what extent does it impact your revenue?
So Fold has been operating in the Bitcoin space for over five years now, and we have been built Fold to succeed regardless of where Bitcoin's price is. So what we've seen historically, as Bitcoin's price rises, we've seen significant customer growth. During the last cycle, Fold had 200% year-over-year growth. We are just beginning the next cycle here. And when prices fall, we've offered a very robust ecosystem that allows people to interact with Bitcoin without necessarily investing or buying it. You can earn it passively. And so Bitcoin Rewards allows people to continue their relationship with Bitcoin without buying it. And so whether Bitcoin's price is appreciating or going through volatility, we've designed the company to thrive through that. And so what you've seen is significant new customers come in as price increases. And as we've had any resets, we see our customers go deeper. Volumes have always increased from our user base because they know that they can acquire Bitcoin for cheaper, and they have the ability to increase their position. And so really that design helps us create a company that is very durable in the short-term volatility of Bitcoin.
All right, got it. I mean, this question is pretty obvious, I think, but what gives you confidence in the forecasted substantial revenue increases for 2025 and beyond? Is it just the belief in the Bitcoin, or is there something besides the Bitcoin that gives you confidence in revenue increases?
Fold is going to succeed regardless of where Bitcoin's price is. And so some of the other things that are separate from that is we have grown with very little marketing efforts or investment of ourselves, primarily been referrals and organic growth. Fold is set to 12x our marketing and growth investments in 2025. This will be a significant tailwind to Fold's growth. And again, the entire company has positive unit economics on all of our products. So every new user, every dollar flowing through the platform is accretive to the business. So a 12x increase is pretty transformative in terms of how we look at revenue coming forward. And that's completely separate from the fact that after building our brand for 5 years and one of the best user experiences, we have now received partnerships and have partner deals that allow us to scale to millions of people beyond even our own efforts. You're going to see Fold be able to reach brand new communities at a completely different scale than we have historically. And the combination of those two things is really what's going to propel us to our targets. Now, Bitcoin's price continuing its recent journey is also going to be a benefit to that. But really, we have reached an inflection point in the business where the company is truly on a different growth trajectory now.
These planned investments, is that coming from the capital that's being provided by FTAC Corp after the merger, or is that coming out of cash flow that you're reinvesting?
Yeah, so it's coming out of a combination. We are very confident that the markets are going to respond well to this deal, and that we will have access to more capital, both to build our balance sheet of Bitcoin as well as accelerate our operating company growth investments.
All right, that's a little MSTR hit there. All right, good.
If I might just add to what Will has just said, they've spent 5 years building a customer base. The customer base is now over 600,000 people. And the addition of new products, anybody who's been in the banking business knows that selling a second product to an existing customer is the best thing to do. And they do have, unlike many other companies, they do have this very large customer base, which has been with them and has been growing. And the addition of products, which they now can focus on, will allow a cross-sell opportunity that they might not have had before. So I think all of the things that Will said, plus that just from banking experience, is the answer to your question.
All right, got it. All right, I got one last Reddit AMA question. I'm going to sneak in one more of my own, and then we'll call it a day here because we're running a little bit late. But let me get my own question here first, Will. What's your kind of business plan in terms of when you expect to reach profitability? Like, what kind of revenue or scale do you need to be profitable?
Yeah, so Fold has been very intentional about every product that we've released has positive margins. So every dollar in, every customer in is going to be accretive to the business. And now we are at a position that we will be both increasing the cross-sell to our existing base, as well as investing in the growth of our customer base to new customers. The combination of that puts profitability well within reach on a very short time horizon. And this is completely outside of the fact that we are operating in at the very beginning of another Bitcoin cycle. As I said earlier, at the previous cycle, Fold grew 200% year over year. And the year after that, 85% year over year. Simply doing that alone would put us well into profitability with very significant cash flows. And I think even regardless of where Bitcoin's price is going, what we've done with the business, the ability to cross-sell into our very large user base that we have today with the new products that we are just releasing now, as well as the growth investments, make that a very short-term reality.
Sounds very exciting. All right, last question from the Reddit AMA. Which well-known company would you compare Fold to? Would it be fair to call Fold a Fi or Robinhood or something else?
So I think Fold is very commonly compared to the likes of Coinbase or Robinhood, but we're fundamentally different from those companies. Pretty much those companies are focusing on speculation and the long tail of crypto assets for this kind of short-term speculative behavior. And we've built a platform for long-term financial well-being, not short-term gambling. So it's really the difference of Vegas versus Main Street. Fold is really designed as a community for people to increase their purchasing power and increase their savings power. And this is a desire and a solution that cuts right through most of society today. Everyone is looking for this solution. And it's really already working. We said at the top of the hour, Fold customers have earned over $70 million in Bitcoin. Had we given that away in cash, it would just barely be 20 million. And so Fold customers are fundamentally getting more wealthy they're increasing their purchasing power and outpacing their peers. And the best part about Fold is that we're open for everybody. You know, Fold enables the opportunity for anyone to start generating wealth and Bitcoin every single day through their existing behaviors, so that they can set themselves up for long-term success. And really, that is what is fundamentally different from us, from the likes of a Coinbase or a Robinhood, which is more about the short-term speculative behaviors. And so that we share some similarities in some ways, certainly, but really from a fundamental perspective and what our customers come to us for, it's very different.
All right. It's been awesome. Learned a lot today. Really intrigued by this opportunity here. So Betsy and Will, thank you very much for your time. I want to let people know we will also be doing a Twitter space with Wolf Financial Thursday, 1 p.m. with a totally different panel. I'm not a crypto expert, by the way, at all. So a lot of this, is a little bit on the periphery. I watch it. I don't fully understand blockchain or anything like that, but we got like some crypto and blockchain experts and stuff like that. Thursday, 1 p.m. on Wolf Financial. So encourage people to join there. So it's been, see you next time. Loved it. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you. We're delighted to be here.
Great. Take care. All right, there you go. That was the Fold interview. We're going to take it offline here in just a second, head back over to our Discord, but just wanted to check in. Rhett, what do you think of that interview?
Went really well, Ben. Really got
Great.
some amazing insights from that, and learned a lot about the business.
Very interesting. I picked some up in a longer-term account while he was speaking. Fold is one of the only crypto stocks that's up. Since our show started, it looks like the whole market took a dive. Every single crypto stock on my list is now negative. So
it took a hit.
down. Tesla took a hit. So we got to go. We got to go and manage our finances, and we'll see. Do some risk management if we have to. So we got to go and do that. But if you guys are not part of our community, you can join us. Rhett, what's going on with? I don't know if we have any. What's going on with our rates? I guess we're increasing our rates. We have specials. What's the story with our Discord?
Yeah, so right now they can join the community for $59 a month going to StoryTrading.com/Discord. And there's currently no rates, but rates will be going up to $79 for the basic plan and then $149 for the VIP. So get in now while you can before the rates increase.
Yeah, we had to really increase the rate on the VIP. The basics, the same as the VIP. You get all the same content. Difference is VIP, you get to actually interact with all the content creators, including the Godfather and myself in the chat room pretty much whenever we're there, which is a lot during the week, sometimes in the weekend. So, but that got maxed out. Too many people joined recently. So we had to put a red rope around that if you actually want to talk to us. But you can see all of the conversations. You can see all the conversations, all the ideas, all the trade alerts and everything as a basic member. So $59.
But you still have your own room as well.
What's that?
They still have their own room.
And you have your own chat room. The basic members have their own chat room. You can talk to other people with. So that's actually increasing to $79 in January. So you can get in now at $59. It's StoryTrading.com/Discord. We got to go take care of, analyze what's going on with the market. And if we have to, do some risk management, cut some losses in certain places. All right. Take care, guys.
Sounds good. Have a good one, everyone.
Bye-bye.